Hello, my beautiful people. It's Marbird. Welcome to Daughter Winter Row. I am unable, I just want to apologize for all the outside noise. This is kind of old school Marbird. I used to have to film outside of the house all the time. I'd drive up to the park and do it. I've got a lovely back setting here, and yeah, I just went to the store, went ahead, I did all the piles at home so that I could just break them out here really quickly. But the Airbnb that I'm staying in, they have an elderly woman there, and it's super churchy, and I just didn't want to call any unneeded attention to myself. So we are in this lovely setting. There is water behind you, and look at that tree, look at those birds all up in that tree. There's birds everywhere, ducks, egrets, what have you, but I saw this behind me and I just love the trees. So we're gonna go ahead and just start rolling. So as you saw, today's pick a card is all about what makes you seductive. What is your seductive power? I've got 4 piles here. I only saw a couple of the cards, the few that flipped up. I went ahead and separated them out, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, but I'm very excited. I haven't done one of these before. So anyways, let's get started. So if you picked pile number 1, let's jump into this. Okay, interesting. I did see this card flip up before, but I haven't seen any of these. I'm just gonna get a quick, ooh, all right, okay, so you're a little badass. I say this, and here's the thing is, regardless of who I'm talking to, whether you identify as male, female, non-binary, what have you, we're talking about energy here. So the person that I'm talking to here, and I'm just getting this all off of the bat, it's really interesting because I've got this divine masculine card. So you are a person, what's seductive about you is that you're an action taker. People see you as a person that goes and gets shit done, okay? And because this is talking about seductive and everything like that, I'm not gonna really hold back on the way I actually converse, and maybe it's just me actually being in your energy too. It's that all of a sudden, yeah, I can feel it, I'm get shit done. You are a person, okay, so what your power is that when you say you're gonna do something, you do it, and you actually follow through. And it's regardless of whether you're doing it for other, because when we talk about seducing, it means drawing people in, right? It doesn't mean that you're doing things for other people. It means that you're doing things for yourself. That's what it is. You take action on yourself. Okay, I'm getting the chills now. You are a person that really leans into, no one else is gonna do it for me, so I'm gonna do it myself. And not a lot of people are like that. There can be a lot of people that reside in their masculine energy, but they're doing it for their kids, or they're doing it for the household, or they're doing it out of anger, or they're doing it out of wounding or trauma or whatever. This seems very healthy. Okay, yeah. Okay, I feel like I'm talking to a very, because I don't have a lot of cards in this particular deck that talk about actual attraction, this magnetism. So it's I'm getting this Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I'm getting someone that's very balanced, because then we have presence. Look at this. Oh, there goes the chills again. Attraction, right? Very feminine, the magnetism, the drawing. I'm getting a lot of wands. You may have a lot of fire, but you may just operate out of fire. And if you don't have fire, we all have fire placements. No matter what, we have all of the zodiacs. It just depends on which is more prominent in what space and everything like that in our chart. But here you're operating out of just sheer passion. Even if you don't have a lot of fire prominent in your chart, you're harnessing it, right? You're saying it's Aries season. I'm gonna identify with all of these piles, and I hope you're okay with me, because this is why tarot readers are so different. This is why we have different people that resonate with this differently, because of our certain experiences and how we're able to articulate them, and whether people find that that's the way they think or not. There's some people that think a little not slower, but at a more whatever pace, and you can see, and you may have a lot of big mercurial placements, because I just feel like I'm very articulate right now. I'm very to the fact. Yeah, I feel like you're very to the point. I feel like people know where they stand with you, but let's get more into because we have presence. Yeah, I also feel that you're very seductive, because when you're with somebody, you're with somebody. You make them feel like they're the only person in the world. You laser focus on them, and you say, I am with you right now. I may not be with you later, right? But I'm with you right now, which is a 5. I'm not big into numerology, but I was drawn to looking at so you've got the presence, you've got the attraction, you've got the masculine, but I'm just being drawn to the 5. I think you change people's minds about, oh, that's interesting. I think you change people's minds about the people around them. Okay, now I'm getting really big chills. Because I don't think anybody has really, like, what's really, really attractive to you is, or to you, attracted to you, or attractive about you, is that people realize how shitty other people treat them when they're in their present. I think that you are like this, you are like the person that's like, hey, I'm your friend, I'm your buddy, and when I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not like on my phone, and I'm not saying we're not doing that. There are some people, I've done it with a friend, like we're just sitting there on our phones together. It doesn't happen often with me because I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like you just match people's energy and you're able to like get up to speed or slow it down. Yeah, I'm getting like this accelerator, like I'm getting this foot on the brake and then gassing it up. Like okay, so you're very, very, what's attractive to you is like, you know how to read the room. You know what people's energy are, and you know how to tap into it. You're not just like, and I also get this feeling like you also have this, like, they're saying no. Okay, I was like, you have this, okay, I've got a card over here. Sorry, distracted. I was gonna say, like, I feel like you, and then I'm like, no, I don't think that, I think you just allow people, yeah, I'm getting this silent, because I was gonna say, then you just speed up to there, and I don't think you do. I think you just let people be who they are, where they are, at the time that they are, and you don't say, like, why aren't you like this, or why aren't you like this, or you need to be cooler, or you need to be better. I think you're just very easy to be around, and people that are easy to be around, again, there's that contrast, right, of, I don't realize how easy this person is to be around until I'm not around them. So super cool energy right here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into, like, this is the card I thought I was gonna start off with, but we started with the blue. An earthworm. It's, okay, very humble. Even though you have this, like, divine masculine energy to you that's like action, action, action. Yeah, this is the humility, earthworm. It's like the divine masculine, right, all the way to the end and all the way to the beginning, the earthworm. This is like the #1 card, like in the second. I say number one, like starting when we talk about apex predators. You're still open-minded. The earthworm is still like, I'm still a newbie. There's still a lot of things that I don't know. There's still a lot of things that I don't understand, and I'm willing to learn. And there, yeah, there's the presence tapping in. It's that presence of, I'm with you, I can learn from you. There's always something that I can get from being with you. You seduce people in because you're genuinely interested in other people. You genuinely see, you're genuinely, and you may have some air placements, particularly Gemini, and I say this because I feel like you've got this absorbent sponge around you, and you're just like, I think you learn a lot from the environment, but I don't think that you like toot your own horn a lot. I feel like you're very, with that divine masculine, I feel like I take action. I know who I am. It's coming from in here. I don't need the outside validation, but I also think that you realize that other people need that outside validation, and you take people as they are and how they come. I love it. Okay, yeah, I'm like, let's jump back into this. Okay, so we have, I'm just going to take the cards as they come up at the pile. Nothing yet is set in stone. Mutable moon. What was I saying? You let people be themselves. You're not, this is the way I am, right? Earthworm, literally in reverse, is this energy of like, this is the way I roll. I only hang out with these people, or that only have these same ideologies of me. The people that I hang out with, my close friends, are the people that think exactly like me. You know what I mean? Like, it's someone that's not, you're just very mutable. Okay, there's that Gemini. I believe Gemini is mutable. I believe Saggy is mutable as well. And it's just this energy of being able to be malleable and to not necessarily wrap yourself. I'm not saying that you're like this person, that you're a fake, but I think that you have qualities in yourself that you're able to identify with other people. You're empathic, right? You're able to say, like, this is what they, not necessarily what they need right now, but this is a part of me, an aspect of me that I can bring out to this person that's going to help them. Like, yeah, no, I feel like you're very, I'm getting this like mother hen energy too. Like, I think you're trying to, like, yeah, I'm getting this like whole movement of like movement, but this like, you're trying to get other, because you're an action taker and a lot of people are very scared to take action. I think that you help people take action in their lives, whether you know it or not, or whether that's your intention or not. I feel like people, just because you're not like this is the way I am and I just take action and what's wrong with you and just get up off your couch or whatever. I think you let people move the way they need to move, which, like, I'm one of those people, if you try and force me to do something, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Just out of sheer fucking principle, I will cut off and I don't even want to put that out there. In the past, I would cut off my nose to spite my face or whatever it is, and I don't feel like that's the case with you. So love that. I'm like trying to keep these. I got to keep it to like 40 minutes. I don't have a lot on the SD card, but I also feel like I'm being watched and I'm always uncomfortable. Maybe you have, have a lot of stalkers. I know it sounds terrible, but because it's very attractive when somebody, like, it can be attractive when somebody's like sitting back and demure and this, that, and the other, but when somebody's like taking action, when you're at the beach, do you look at the person that's running into the water, or do you look at the person that's sitting on the sand? That's for somebody. That's like just as like an off, but I'm getting this like, are you running into the water or are you like sitting on the sand? That's what's attractive. It doesn't, regardless of whether people like it or whether it's going to trigger them or not or anything like that. It's a matter of you're in action, and there are people so sedentary and so like still in their lives that don't do anything. Shield Maiden. We have Shield Maiden, regardless of the gender or the plumbing or anything like that. Make plans and focus. Yeah, again, this masculine energy, like this feminine, but it's that balance, right? It's that being present with people, making them feel like the only person in the world, but also having this like wherewithal, this humility, and this willing to learn about people around you. But there's also, it's like a time and a place. Again, reading the room. There's a time and a place where you are, I can totally identify where, like, if I'm with you, I'm with you. But when it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. Deuces. Right? I don't feel like you let a lot of people hold you back, which might make, which also is it's like that coquettish type of like you might be hot and cold, or you may seem like to other people that you're hot and cold, or you're off and you're on. But I think for you, it's just a matter of like, if you're in the energy and you're going to take the energy, but I also don't feel like you give your energy to people if you don't have the energy to give them. If that makes any sense. I feel like you're very aware of your energy, and I feel like you also have like this background part of yourself that's like, all right, time's up. Are you starting to, oh yeah. Are you sucking my energy? Take that as confirmation. Are you sucking my energy or not? Okay, or that could just be a signal for me to move on. Because we have, oh yeah, exactly. Pig spirit. Use your mind. I'm like, pig spirit and ace of air. Okay, I feel like I'm talking, especially because I'm talking so fast. Regardless of whether you're an air sign or not, you have very strong mercurial. So Virgo, Gemini, air, Aquarius, also Libra, I'm getting definitely for sure. Doesn't have to be that, but whatever, you're definitely harnessing a lot of air, because I can barely take a breath right now. But air, ace of air, I was gonna say air of air, ace of air, you have a lot of ideas. Your mind works really, really fast. You're able to, again, look at the momentum in this card. It's like, and you're damn unicorn, Pegasus, like, it is like you are in motion. Sagittarian, yeah, a lot of fire too, but also, again, with the you're very articulate, which is very attractive to a lot of people. You might also attract a lot of people like that are more professional, like maybe even more professional than you. Maybe even, I don't know, I'm just getting this vibe of, I feel like you're very articulate, very intelligent, and very well spoken. And I think it might surprise people, because look at this thing. It's coming out of the, it's like out of nowhere. It's like this rainbow, like, where the hell did this come from? And I thought it was a horse, and now it's a damn Pegasus. Like, you come out of oh, that's what it is. Use your mind wisely. Look, we got two. Oh my gosh, talk about like the two. We got the pig spirit. We got this little baby, like inkling, right? Earthworm, very humble. Like when pigs fly type of stuff. That might be another thing too. Very seductive, is like people don't know. They think they're getting the soft pink skin kind of energy from you, like this newbie. You might come off very naive or sweet or whatever, and what they don't know is that you're a motherfucking unicorn. You take people by surprise, and that's what really, really turns them on. That's what really draws people in, because they think that they can maybe get one over on you or whatever it is, but they feel like you're this simple little pig, this earthworm, because you are humble and you give people your space. They may take it as like your weakness, like as desperation or something like that. Like you have to have people around you. You're like, I can fly. Regardless of whether I'm this end of the spectrum or this end of the spectrum, I'm still flying. Regardless of whether you believe pigs can fly, I'm one of them. I love it so very much. All right, let's move on to pile 2, because I'm very conscious of my time right now. I'm gonna pick from the, they said go with that. All right, I'm gonna grab a beverage, because I'm at the park and it's outside and it's lovely. Yes. Okay, for my pile 2s, let's get into this. Let's see what we've got. Joy, connection, sensitivity. And we're gonna start off with these. Okay, so I think, where we had pile 1 was like very like masculine and whatever. This is like more of a laid back, like look at the pinks, right? Connection. Yeah, okay, like I feel like I'm tapping into water right now. Like, yeah, Cancer. I'm getting a lot of Cancer. Could be Scorpio. Sensitivity. Like these are my uber empaths. These are the people that are like, somebody walks in the room and you know exactly how they're feeling, right? But you're also like, you're really easy to be around, where sometimes people might be triggered by like the action taken masculine pile 1. With pile 2, I think people see you and they're just like, they move towards you versus like, what mood are they in? Yeah, for sure. They know they can have this connection. They know they can have a great conversation. They know that you tap in. And where pile 1, I feel like they are more like, they let people be themselves, even though they're like an action taker. They have this humility and they stand back. With you, I feel like you really like step forward and really try and engage people, like, and really try and form bonds, right? And sensitivity is just like knowing when to say it and when not to say it. And maybe like, I keep comparing to pile 1, but it's like pile 1 might be that person, like, you know, with the divine masculine or whatever. They may have humility, but they may have a little bit more of an ego. I feel like this person's like, your ego's a little bit more tampered down. I don't feel like you move, and you might be very like nurturing, very motherly, but I'm not getting that so much. I feel like you're just very like, you may be in a job where you do really well with sales or tutoring or like working one-on-one. Yeah, I feel like this is a person, you may not do well with groups. I think people are happy to see you and I feel like they're happy to connect with you. But because of maybe your sensitivities, you may be, again, a light worker or a healer, psychic, empath, anything like that when it comes to your energy. But I just get this softness with you, just this soft, like people are just, it's so easy. They don't have to maybe feel on point when they're with you. They maybe feel like, but that's what's seductive about you. It's like this warm, inviting, loving, like, yeah, let's just hang out on the back porch and like have a beer. And like, you might be very touchy-feely, like that might be your love language, where you're just like reaching out or you're hugging or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm just getting this very enveloping, not necessarily like super motherly, nurturing. I feel like it's more of a 6 of Pentacles, like you really match people where they are, not necessarily like holding back or watching to see what they're going to do, but just like you engage, you step forward. It's like, it's the soft masculinity. And I say soft masculinity because masculine energy, like regular, like feminine energy is receiving masculine. So it's like this dance. You're able to like, just like very malleable, easygoing, like I'm getting this Matthew McConaughey, like the koala bear spirit, like, all right. So let's see what else you have here. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. Fair. Okay, yeah, no, I totally get it. So, okay, like, where do we start first? So we have, I'm gonna put this in the bag. I'm feeling wombat. Oh, with the 10 of, did we even get to that card over here? I'm like, did I even pull that one out? Yeah, we did, okay. So, pile 2, wombat spirit. People feel at home with you. And look at this warm, fuzzy, kind of like loving on, like this is what you just want to curl up in front of a fire with and like hang out and like, let's like cook or like just order in or whatever. Let's like not, it's not like not do much, but I just don't feel like you have this, like, I don't think you feel like you push people. I feel like you really allow people to relax and let their hair down, because we've got the 10 of Cups here. Look at this happy damn Buddha. This is like, let's go do brunch. Right? Let's just like have a great time doing absolutely nothing. And again, it's not like where we're gonna go, whatever. It's just this, home is where the heart is. And I feel like people feel at home whenever they're with you. And that's really, people want to be around you. You're not one of those time suckers that's just like, people are like, I can't stand fucking being around them because all they do is fucking take my time and all they do, and I feel drained without them. Like people, you're very nurturing, very nurturing. And then we have conclusions. I feel like you're very wise. Because conclusions are in, oh, we've got a full moon eclipse. You might have some Scorpio places just got chills. Because this is coming up like this weekend. Regardless of when you see this, it's a timeless reading. But the energy is still the energy. We have a full moon, damn blood moon eclipse here. And so I feel like with this, it's really about like conclusions are released. When people talk to you, regardless of whether you're trying to give them advice or whatever, you say something that comes out of your mouth that makes total sense to them and they have no idea. Like very life-changing. Yeah, I'm getting those Scorpio vibes. Like Scorpios, people don't really know this about Scorpios. They always think about like the sexuality of Scorpios, but what's really sexy about a Scorpio is because everybody wants to spill their guts to Scorpio and they don't know why. Because Scorpio just has this innate understanding. And I'm not saying that you have to be a Scorpio because we all have it in us to be sexy, but this is definitely something like very seductive because Again, it's that drawing in. And I think you give a lot of people solutions with just allowing them to be, with just sitting there. And I feel like you also are very wise in like being able to provide solutions, and maybe being like really, you're able to like walk around it. You're not able to say like, this is what you need to do. Like, this is where you step into like that really, really uber feminine energy part of you, and just like work the solution maybe into, because I don't think that like, oh gosh, I didn't say as dumb as you think. I never thought that you were dumb or anything like that. But I think maybe some people, because you're not like uber like in action, like pile one, moving forward or something like that, like they may take you as like, because you hold back and you let people be them, and you engage whatever, you got that motherly, they may not think that you have a lot of depth or whatever. But I feel like you're just a natural solution person that comes up with solutions. But I feel like you're very adept at being able to present the solution without, it's kind of like hiding the peas in the soup or something like that. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. It's like getting people to swallow the medicine without knowing that they're taking the medicine. And people don't know why they feel so good around you, but this is one of the reasons why. And we've got here, what is this? Broken arrow. And embrace the energy of peace. I don't feel like you're a person, because there's some people who are really turned on by conflict, and there's some people that are really turned off by conflict. And I don't feel like you're like one of those people, you're just like, yeah, it's that Matthew McConaughey. All right. Like, just chill, man. It's all good. I'm still gonna school you. I'm just gonna do it in like a really chill way. I'm gonna take my time. There's time involved with you. 10 of water, like when we talk about 10 of cups, this is full emotion. People really feel like this damn Buddha around you, and it's talking about emotional fulfillment. And you know what I love about this though, is like you're very aware of your surroundings, because you're coming up with the wolf. Look at all this energy of this softness and this peace and this, that, and the other, but you know what day it is. But you know what I also get about wolf energy off of this card right now, which I don't always get with this, is you are very loyal and you guard the perimeter. And what do wolves do? They come to the edge of the woods, right? They have a den. They're very protective, right? Again, I'm getting those Cancer vibes. That water, I got chills all over my body right now. It is crazy, and I just shaved my legs, and now I'm gonna have to shave them again. Yeah, this is like, I protect my own, but I also feel like sometimes you might protect people from themselves. You're very observant, right? Look at this wolf. It's like, I know what day it is, right? But wolves, they will. They'll skirt the edges. They will, but they live and they reside in packs, right? And so like you have this sense of like people feel protected around you. They feel like they're your family. They feel at home. There's just this, that, again, that nurturing, but like a wolf isn't, you don't feel like, I mean, they may lick their cubs or whatever. There is that aspect to them, but it's not like this like really weird sloth type of energy or something like that. So super sexy. Again, there's also this mental acuity that people I don't think see coming, because look at this wolf. It doesn't look like it's in your face, right? It's like, I see you and I know what's going on. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm aware of whatever is going on. That's what's seductive about you. Oh my gosh, I haven't been outside and channeled outside in so long. I forgot how good it is. Okay, pile number 3. Let's get into this. These have been so much fun. Like I said, I haven't been outside doing this in a while, and I forgot how like free, and like hearing the water and hearing the birds, and it's just taking me back to Arizona. But I'm not in Arizona, because you know what? I'm not burning to a crisp right now. All right. Wow. Okay. I'll see you. Ooh, a lot of blue, a lot of communication. Okay. All right. So pile number 3. What makes you so attractive? So first of all, we got this balance card, and I feel like this is definitely one of those, like, because we had one, pile 1 was like super masculine, uber masculine. Pile 2, uber feminine in how they present. You're very like in the middle. Like you can take action when you need to, but that's not your dominant trait, and you can be soft and feminine. Again, I'm getting like very intuitive vibes from this group, but we also like, you're mouthy. 3rd chakra, for the chakra to come out, you are mouthy. You're not afraid to pop off on people. You are not afraid, and I say pop off, but I'm saying, I just don't feel like you, and I don't even think necessarily like, oh, you grew up in a household where you were allowed to like say your piece or whatever. This might be learned behavior, or this might just be a natural behavior. We have intimacy here, but like I feel like you're very just like, well, I mean, talk about throat chakra, verbose, but you're able to express yourself a lot verbally, and a lot of people don't realize that other people aren't able to do that. I didn't even realize that until I started like doing this and like learning what channeling was and all this other stuff. And like here, I feel like you're just like, if something is like very impulsive, yeah, I'm getting very impulsive. Like if something's on your mind, you're gonna say it, and you know how to say it in the right way. Yeah, oh, okay, I'm like, full stop. You know, I feel like you're very, very like cut and dry again. It doesn't have to be like in a masculine way, because it's talking about you're very balanced. Like, you know when to, yeah, very, very intuitive, like super intuitive. Like, I feel like you're, yeah, I'm getting this like, might have some Virgo placements. This like, you know how to pivot. You're not like, just let me nurture, whatever. You know how to pivot. You know when to say things. You know when to stay quiet. And then with this intimacy, I feel like people, okay, yeah. No, I feel like I'm talking, it's so interesting because you are so verbose and you are so able to express yourself. What's really seductive about you is that people feel really intimate with you, because I feel like there's this vulnerability because you are able to articulate yourself so much and so easily and such in a way that people really feel like they get to know you maybe very quickly. You might be the group where people like fall in love with you very quickly because you might talk about things that other people won't talk about, or you know what I mean, in a very succinct way. Like for example, and this is coming up and maybe this is for somebody, but like my miscarriages, I've had 5. And so people are very surprised and very open open about talking about that. See, other people are not. Throat chakra. And it's something that we need to talk about because it's happened so much to people, right? It's such a huge part of that whole process, but people won't talk about it. And I feel like you are just very open. Yeah, that's what it is. You're very, very open about the things that people may think are taboo, right? Very seductive, right? I'm like, as I get chills again, you might be in the occult. I hate using that word. That's not the rest of the pile. Occult, because it has such a bad connotation. But I also do feel like these are people that have like done some healing work, because people don't feel this vulnerable and talk about stuff like this like out loud without have done the work and saying like, so nobody can take me down or make me feel less than myself or anything like that, because I've done the work. Like if I can't hurt myself, if I've stopped talking down to myself, if I've forgiven myself, if I've let go of all of the fucking shit that I've gone through, then I don't have to, yeah, very resilient. I'm getting very, very resilient. So we saw this before. We have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I feel like you really, really offer a lot of, yeah, I feel like people get a lot of answers from you because of how open you are, and that's just like what really draws people in, because you're able to see. The beautiful thing about Geminis, and this card is full moon in Gemini, is that one of the greatest, we all have our great qualities like in the zodiac, and we all have our whatever, but with Geminis, they're able to see both sides of the situation. They're able to like step outside of themselves. And so I think that you give people like a really great clarity on where, like maybe where they might not be seeing the solution. You might want to check out pile 2, but I'm getting different vibes, and I'm not saying you don't want to check out pile 2, but I'm just saying it's like a different kind of like, with this one, with pile 2, they were like weaving the answers in, and I feel like you're just like, well, this is what you could do, or this actually, oh yeah, no, I don't feel like you point the finger. I think you point the finger at yourself. Yeah, again, I'm talking to the people that have really done the work, that are like, this is what I did, and I fucked up here, or I didn't fuck up here, or this is how I felt when this happened to me, or whatever. Like, and few people find that like, just like, oh my God, like somebody is just so open. But I'm like looking at the rest of the card. Yeah, you're deep. I love this. We've got this, like, because whales, think about whales and how long they've been here, how long they live, how big they are, how deep they go. And when we talk about deep, we talk about waters, going down into the water, going down into the deep, being able to go into the dark places and the pressure where people cannot feel it. I feel like these are people, again, that have really gone through, might be my light workers, might be my healers, that have gone through the depths and have come back up for air and still breathe the air and still jump out of the water and still, you know, they can be loners, but they, you know, they travel in pods, but they also have like this ability to go down deep. Maybe you're also very good at, not even maybe, I feel like you're very good at normalizing things that people don't think are normal to talk about, because you have been there. You might be like really, not even might, I think you're very good at making people feel better about the shitty things that happen to them, because you're so open on like saying like, hey, I did this, and hey, this happened to me, and hey, but you're able to say it, not in this skirting around and, oh, do you like me, or you may not like me, or whatever. Like, you just say it as it is. But I'm not getting, like, again, that uber masculine energy or whatever. We also have here, which I really love, like the 3 of Earth. Yeah, people see you as definitely a person that they can work with. They definitely see you, and like the way that she's looking, it's like, I think people like are looking from you at afar. You might be a person, you might be on social media. I feel like I definitely like tapped into my healers and my light workers here. Influencers, you don't have to be in spiritual work, but like when you put yourself, regardless of what you do, I don't care if you're a sex worker or a fucking, like a monk or whatever, if you put yourself on social media, you have to have some sense of, like, people are going to be watching you. They may be from afar. They may not even tell you that they are watching you, whatever, but they're looking to see how you're operating and how you're moving. You have made a big impact, because when we talk about the 3 of Earth, we're talking about pentacles, people that you have worked with, that have had close relationships with you. I'm not talking about people that are just finding you on social media or anything like that. These are the people that are just like, yeah, I knew them when, or now I know them now, and they just want to see like how. And I'm seeing this bird on the elbow here. I've never noticed that with the butterfly. Yeah, it's like those glasses like we used to have back in the day. Like you would like this, no, not the holographic ones, but like the red ones, and they would like, you put film in it or something like that. And it's like, I feel like the people are yeah, like projector style, or like they're like, could I do that? Could I be like that? Am I allowed to? Hello, butterfly. As I say, there's a butterfly floating around. There's a butterfly right there. I think there's a monarch. Oh, that is one on her elbow. Yeah, no, I feel like people feel like you're very, oh gosh, I'm saying the chills. Very blessed, there's a lot of magic around you. And oh yeah, no, transformation. Like you, maybe people were wet. And I say wet with their wings. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to fly maybe or whatever. And like now, like their wings, they're feeling like they can dry off and they can just take off. Because you, okay, yeah, you know what's really hot about you? I know it's supposed to be like sexy, seductive or whatever, but what's really hot about you is that people are so attracted to you because you allow them to like be themselves, and not like in a, I'm sitting and listening to you, or not in a like I feel comfortable way, but in like a, like, I can do this too. Like and it's okay to like be shitty or wet behind the ears or whatever it is, but they're like looking at you, and you might have a lot of people that like try and emulate you. Not necessarily emulate, but if she can do that, I can do that. And they take a little step out further. If she can do that, or he can do that, I can do that. If they can wear black nail polish, maybe, what would it look like if I wore black nail polish? Oh, hear that? What would it look like if I wore black nail polish? What would it be like if I didn't straighten my hair and I just wore it wild out until like just today? I was like, screw it. Like I've been doing that at the club, like screw it. I'm gonna like, I like her style. I wonder if I can try it. Like just, yeah, you're opening people's eyes. Opening people's eyes, right? Yeah. Stargazer, set your sights higher. All of this blue is my throat chakra. I was like, what? Like you allow people to like level up, right? Like level up a little. They're like, oh man, like I thought I was just, but like maybe I could do this, and maybe I could do that. And like, and then you guys feed off of each other. Like there's this symbiotic, there's that balance, and there's that intimacy, right? When we go back to that big bright card, that intimacy of, and intimacy isn't like, ooh, pawing and sexually whatever. It's like being like one with each other, more butterflies, like one with each other, and like this just song and dance, and like you feed off of people. You're able to get people to a place where they don't feel like you've surpassed them or that you're less than them. Like the other one said, they're like, oh, she's too much action oriented. Pile 2, they're like, maybe they're a little too wah wah. Like people just find this that balance. Like they can be a badass. I don't have to like make up for them. If we go to the club, they can hold their own. But they can be like soft and warm, and they can cry with me if need be or whatever, or just be empathetic or whatever. But I'm also like, when I'm around them, I feel like I can do more. And I don't think like it's like, if there's any type of competition, I think it's more healthy competition. But I don't think that's it. I think you just help people. It's kind of like when you're walking on and you see somebody like walking down, looking at this pathway, somebody's walking fast, and you're like, well, maybe I could walk a little faster. I hadn't thought about it, but you didn't know until there's like a pace horse. Oh, they pace horse. I love that. That came out of nowhere. Hello, we just had the Kentucky Derby. But also armadillo spirit, you know what's really fucking sexy, pardon my French, really sexy about you, is that with all of this, in order for you to be balanced, you have to set healthy boundaries. And I think that's also like a really big deal. This is definitely my, and I wouldn't say cutoff game, but it's a little bit of a cutoff game. Like, nope, you're taking from me. Nope, I don't feel good. Nope, this isn't working for me. Nope, I don't like this club. Nope, mom and dad like don't feel good. I'm not going to Thanksgiving. Like, you are just like started like, nope, and that's how you can operate. That's where you find this balance. And it's very hot because there's a lot of people, like the people that are upset with you putting boundaries in place are the ones that need to be staying away. They're the persons that you needed to have the boundaries up in the first place with, right? And so anybody that's upset with, but I don't feel like you're like, I feel like you're already like in that space where you already have those boundaries up. And it's sexy because people realize that you respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, the people gives them permission to respect themselves. Super hot. Super cool. And we're done. I'm like, oh my gosh, even I just said, and we're done. It's like, okay, you're like, done? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see here. My last but not least pile. I thought I wanted to do the animal energies first. Like, did I lose the animal energy? Did I ever get to the animal energy here? I did. Did I lose one? Oh, that's really interesting. I'm like, how did I lose it? Is it behind me? It might be. Well, maybe it wasn't supposed to be in the pile, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm not losing any. All right, let's go ahead and drink the rest of this, and then we'll. All right. How did I did. Okay, that's why. All right. Okay, pile number 4. So I had an animal card here for you. It was the shark, but the shark has a personal meaning for me. So I feel like the shark, I thought you were gonna be the shark, but I wasn't sure if the shark was for, sometimes the shark will just come out if there's a shark near me. It's the one card where I usually don't take it, but I did because I was like, okay, I'm not going to be anti-shark if this person's a shark. But the wind just took the shark card and threw it over here. So that is not your card, and apparently we didn't need her for pile 4. What does that mean? See, and I was like, should I keep this shark card? Because it was one of the ones that flipped up. And I just think, and when I thought about it, well, not thought about it, I like went internally and was like, was this for me or was this for them? It was like, people don't see them coming. And now the shark card is behind me on the freaking lawn. Right? Yeah. It's right there. I could go get it, but it's not that big deal. Nobody's walking up on me. People do not see you coming. Shark. I'm like, who am I talking to? Pile number 4, originality, integrity, sensuality. Wow, that's really powerful. I'm like, I like you, pile 4. Okay, I just kind of want to get a, okay. So, pile number 4, originality. Ow! Did I have an ant? Or is there a shark around me? Okay, pile number 4. Oh, there's somebody really focused on me right now. Okay, pile number 4, originality. Or maybe just saying this is my pile. You're unlike anyone. What's seductive about you is this is dance to your own drum. Dance like nobody's watching. Beat to your own drum. Whatever that saying is. People have never seen anybody like you. People, well, it's not that they see. Maybe they see them on social media, but they never interacted. That's what it is. They've never interacted with anyone like you. There's this, like, where the fuck did they come from? Where the fuck did they grow up? Are they like a foreigner? Are they like, there's this whole sense of like, yeah, like, where did you come from? And what is your, like, they don't know that, like, okay, yeah, I definitely feel like what's really attractive about you is that people don't know who you are, where you come from, and I don't think you offer it up. I feel like, and it's like, okay, before we have like this, you know, this balance and connection and this, that, and the other, here we have sensuality. What's seductive about you is that you're seductive. What's seductive about you, though, also is your integrity. And I feel like this is self-integrity. I definitely resonate with this as well. Is like this whole, but you know what? I feel like that's what makes me sexy to myself. And therefore that, when I have that inner self-integrity, it's an outer. People may not like it a lot because there might be a mirror to them. they don't feel really good about themselves because of you've got this out. And I feel like, I mean, think about it, it's like originality, you're like, but then you're also very sensual, right? Like there's this duality to you. And then there's this integrity where they're like, oh, and they're, because they must be a crazy person, or they must be a this, that, and the other. And you're like, no, I do the right thing, and that's sexy. There's nothing wrong. In fact, doing the right thing is one of the sexiest things you can freaking do. It's also sexy not to do the right thing. Definitely spent my time doing that. But here, I feel like there's so many dichotomies. And I'm not sure if dichotomy means actually like two things. I always felt like it was two things, but I feel like you're just multifaceted. And all of these, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I'm getting like Jekyll, Hyde, and Mrs. something else. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I feel like you have a lot of like alter egos. Again, something I also identify with and that I'm really trying to like lean into is I don't want my card to go away, but people don't see you coming because they can't see you because they don't know, like, they don't know how to operate around you. You're a mystery. This is like my Siren Marilyn Monroe kind of, you're a mystery. They think they're getting one thing and they're getting a totally different thing, depending on what side they see. You may be like in the sensual arts. You may be, again, like a healer, or like you may have like a, like I'm starting to get like voice, because talking about Marilyn, and then what was that book? Is it Fascinate or Captivate? Like the wet voice that Marilyn has. Yeah, just very seductive, very like siren-like. Nope, not getting coquettish. That is just very, but it's not like, I'm not feeling like it's like uber feminine or uber masculine. It's more just more like magnetic core. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, like you see me pausing and looking at him. It's like confused. Like, where is this coming from? Where did they come from? They're behind your back. You didn't see them coming. Very tactical. Oh, very tactical. Yeah. I feel like people realize that you're smart. They just don't know like how smart you are. They don't know how smart you are. They see you as lucky. We have full moon in Libra. You could have Libra placements, but I think this is more of, even though they don't understand you, they realize that you're not like, it's like a Six of Pentacles. Like they can take what they can get. Yeah, no, that's so interesting. I never got this before off of this card, but I feel like it's very like, you're fair. They have nothing bad to say about you, but nothing good to say about you, but you're definitely drawing them in because there's just a lot of mystery around you. Yeah. Okay, like as I get into these cards, and you see, like, this is the first time I have the cards. They're upside down, they're like behind, we got the birds chirping or whatever. There's this, like, people are attracted to you, but they don't know what to, so they may like come, like you may have a lot of people that are like around you, like in your peripheral, but they won't like put their toe in the water because we have chameleon spirit. You are able to blend in. I'm not just saying just get along with people. You are able to blend in, but also like this card also has this like hiding in plain sight. Didn't see you coming with the shark. Hiding in plain sight. Like, yeah, no, I feel like you see this chameleon and then all of a sudden like the petals are coming off. And they're like, or like they thought you were part of the painting, or I'm like all in your face. They're like, they thought you were part. See, you're drawing me in too. They thought you were part of the wallpaper. They thought you were just like blended in. They thought you were the person that just like gets along with everybody, whatever. And now all of these petals, these flower petals are falling off of you. And they are like, what is underneath there? I see a dragon wing. Who am I dealing with? Who are they? What are they? Like, how do I act? How do I act around this person? Yeah, you throw people off, which is very like attractive and magnetic and everything like that, right? And here, oh yeah, doing your own thing. Yeah, woo, woo. Page of Air, doing your own thing. This, she's not even, look, she's blowing this, she's got these feathers right here. She's blowing them up. She's not looking at anybody. She is full, wings out, stretched, gorgeous. You might have a really great midsection, regardless of like how big it is or not. I have been 150 pounds and I have been 300 pounds and I have still had people interested in my navel. But that's what I'm like getting drawn to here. But this is like, yeah, this is like letting go. I don't give a flying fuck what people think about me. Very spiritual, very divine. Again, might be dabbling, and I say dabbling, I hate the word, well, I love the word dabbling, but like a cult, because then it's like dabbling in a cult, like I'm doing just what, you could be a witch. You could be a whatever it is, but I feel like this is like, I feel like what you're doing, you could be a Christian. You're just You and the divine, you're very divinely guided. You're very divinely protected. They said, no, don't say that. Oh, interesting. You don't ask for protect. You are, okay, sorry. You are protected, but you may not ask. That may not be on your mind, right? That may not be something that you exactly identify with. But yeah, you've got your own things. Like, what does it take for somebody to keep a feather up? Or like, you ever have balloons and you just blow the balloon and you try and keep the balloon in the air? It takes a lot of concentration. You're not looking at anything else. You're not looking at anything else. You are doing your own thing, and that's what's, yeah, I was gonna say that's what's seductive about you. That's what's mysterious about you. People don't know what you're doing. And even if they don't know what they can see what you're doing. They're like, I can literally see what they're doing, but what's in that feather? What's that feather about? What's going on with that feather? And, you know, this reminds me of something that's like this word, and it's called, because we already went through this, like, win-win outcome. Like, again, I don't feel like you make people feel bad about themselves or anything like that. I feel like they feel very balanced around you. Like a balanced Libra energy. Like a balanced Libra is amazing to be around. They can see all sides of the thing, but I don't even think that it's that. I think it's just an energetic exchange. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm talking to, I don't feel like you talk a lot. I feel like you let other people project their assumptions on you. And they can believe whatever they want to believe. I'm busy keeping my own feathers in the air. And we have the Shaolin Master. How sexy of a card is this? Be graceful in movement and action. I feel like there's this, like I said, I'm butchering it in Italian, but it means like Cary Grant, like people describe, like when you look like you're making something in the kitchen, or like every little thing that you do, even if it's like wiping your own butt. Not that people are watching you wipe your own butt, but everything you do, like there's this graceful movement. There's this, it's in flow. Okay, I'm talking to people that are just like, you might be a dancer, as that goes, or you might, I mean, hell, you might type sexy, but I feel like people watch you and get entranced by you when you like Shaolin Master. You know, when you watch like a I don't want to be like, I don't know if I'm saying the right word, but like when you think about a ninja and they're like jumping over a wall and thinking of Kill Bill or whatever, or watching martial arts, whatever, like there's this flow, there's this something where other people are like, oh, I do this, and like you're very into your body. Like you might be very athletic, and if you're not athletic, you might be like uber femme in the kitchen. And I say uber femme, I don't know, I'm getting like pinkies up too, like kind of weird, just very, I feel like this is a person that's very conscious of their physical aspects, of how people see them physically. You might be very into like body language and stuff like that, like very aware of how people perceive you and how your actions affect the environment around you. So what's really, really seductive about you is that, first of all, you're super aware, but I don't think that you're just super aware of other people. I'm getting this like, not necessarily cold shoulder, but like neutral shoulder. Like I can take it or leave it. I'm doing my own thing. Glue the feather up, like, yeah. And I also feel like you may not explain yourself a lot. Again, that mystery, that like I keep reaching for things, right? You just let people project whatever they want to on you, and regardless of what they do or do not or whatever, it doesn't affect you. You've got a very like, and I'm like, oh, you might want to watch Pile. Nope, I don't feel that as, this is a totally different energy. It's not boundaries. You are the boundary. You are the boundary. You don't need boundaries. You're a boundary in itself. Like your energy and who you are and how you operate, and this might be learned, or it might just be who, you know, how you were born, but super sexy, super inviting. People are very attracted to you. And I can just say that, like I can feel it. People are just like, yeah, admiration, that's it. They're just like, it is what they are, who they are. Like I can't do anything. I don't feel like people feel like they can get one over on you. I don't feel like you trigger people. Everybody's like talking about good things. You got the bird, all of a sudden we got birds over here, like everywhere, and the one over here. Like, I don't think that you necessarily piss anybody off, but you definitely drag them in and you suck them in. But I think also maybe there's a lot of people that feel like you're out of their league, and you probably are, honestly, with this group. Getting like major like celeb vibes off of this. So I think that's it. That was amazing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you so much for joining me on this pick a card journey. I'm really, really enjoying it. The energy is so much less crazy now that I'm like outside in the house, man. Like when I did it the last time, I had the door open, you could hear the birds or whatever, but still the energy was so, but here it's like it mitigates it a lot. Anyways, I love y'all. so very much. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.